Well, welcome to the Art of Healing podcast. I am, of course, Mr. Don't Be Mad. And today I have a very special woman joining me for the Art of Healing podcast. Very motivational to me and to everybody that she's around. Very community savvy, very smart, very beautiful young lady. Silky in the building. How you doing today?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. What you been up to? How's life?
Life is good. Life is good. Working, grinding, growing and throwing, and just doing what I do and doing what I love.
Doing what you love, doing what you do.
Listen.
I love to hear that. You do a lot. You do a lot for the community. So let's start. Let's say with a little bit of what you do. What are some of the things you do for the community got going on?
So I am a public ally, which is we are in nonprofits, and we help build capacity in those nonprofits. I also am the founder of Healing Kitchen. Healing Kitchen is operates in the food insecurity space for people that are battling cancer or have conquered it and are still food insecure. And I also have the Missing Stock Tour. And I'm just out here working.
That's fire. So we'll jump into all of them. Let's start with like the Healing Kitchen. Okay. Just because it's like the art of healing, of course, it sounds great. Great name for something that you got going on. So what is the Healing Kitchen first?
So
I know you explained it, but what is it? Like, what do you do and why did you do it?
Okay. So Healing Kitchen is, we provide groceries, hot meals, for people that are, insecure, and you don't have to be in the fight right now. You can have overcome it and, still need some groceries, still have a family or even just yourself to take care of. And that's what we do. And we're also working in to get private chefs for people that are post-op that, can't get up, can't even heat up a meal, cook something, and they can be there to, help them through that time. Because I've learned that you can't heal if you're not properly nourished. Mm-hmm. And you can be on all the medications while you're battling cancer, but, so you asked how Healing Kitchen came about.
Of course.
So 2 years ago, almost to the day, in June 2022, I was diagnosed with brain cancer. I went from getting an MRI after a car accident to finding out that I had a brain tumor. So I went from going to Mexico that weekend to planning to have surgery the next week.
Wow.
And
that's a crazy experience. How was that experience? Like a quick summary. Like I know it was real. Like how did you deal with that?
I understood that I had control of certain things, right? So my mindset was the main thing, that I knew that if I was positive and God's gonna do his work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how I went into the whole process, surgery, radiation, chemo, all of it. And I would wear a smile, it didn't matter, because I knew that I made it through that, I was awake for a part of my surgery while they were taking the tumor out, which is insane, answering questions.
Why they had your head cut open, right?
Yes.
That is crazy. That is nuts. How long ago was your surgery?
My So I had two surgeries. I had one June 21st, 2022. And my second one was October, I think like 14th, 15th, 2022.
2022.
Was that?
Okay. All right. That's a lot. That's a lot.
It is.
So after surgery, what was that like? How was that for you? Because like it's only been 2 years and you got a lot of stuff going on that's already like been developed in the last 2 years. So
Isn't?
how did you do all of that in the last 2 years?
So first I had to heal, obviously. After my surgery, I developed speech apraxia. So like I had to retrain my speech, and sometimes it still comes out. So I had a lot of speech therapy I had to do, which I did at home, like on my own. I would sing for like in my tub for like 2 hours a day and sing
Sing
like
what kind of music?
old school R&B was all I could sing. I couldn't get the words out to do rap or anything fast. So like Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, like Teddy Pendergrass. Like I was, yeah, and
That's fire. That's fire. She got this music from her soul. She's like, I need to feel this shit. Okay.
yeah, because your right side of your brain is your artistic side, and I had a surgery on the left side, so I wasn't using the side that with healing. I was using a total opposite side of my brain, and that's how I was able to heal.
Wow. That's deep. That's tough. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, over the last 2 years, you started the Mrs. Well, I don't know if the Mrs. Sock's been 3 years, right?
Yeah, so the Missing Sock tour started the year before.
And my kitchen built it in the last.
And Healing Kitchen was born once I was going to radiation 5 days a week. And I'm friendly. I was making friends and like and even being an advocate for people that, didn't have anyone to advocate for them. Like, but you see it when you're there all the time. And that's what I would do. And I would have conversations and, just ask like what kind of resources were being offered to them, because I knew not being able to work, like I wasn't able to drive. My life was keeping myself alive and healing. Like that was my job.
That's all you should be worried about. Right?
Yep. But the reality is that we still have bills, right? I'm an adult and I'm the provider of my household. Like, so with 2 kids at home, I needed to know what resources were available, because if this is going to be a 6-month process where I can't drive, I can't work.
I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Figure it out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people like,
And you seen that there wasn't a lot, so you made some resources.
so I started figuring out how to become a resource. Yeah.
That's fire. So you have great news over the last few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great news.
Yeah, I have amazing news. So I had one of my last MRIs. Well, not my last MRIs. I still have to do them every 6 months, but I am cancer free. So after like having
That's congratulations.
Thank you. That's like a blessing. It's a blessing, but I knew it was coming. Like I was like claiming it way before, because I'm well aware that we don't get put in shoes that like aren't meant for us, right? So I needed to go through what I went through to see a need. I would have never recognized a need if I wasn't in those shoes.
Yeah, you would never made Healing Kitchen.
Never.
Go through that.
No.
That's real. See? Shit is real out here. You got to go through things in life to be able to help other people in life. So
Absolutely.
that's one thing she just explained right there.
Yeah.
So That's not the only thing you've been up to. Like the Missing Sock tour is a pretty dope thing, and it's like
Yeah.
pretty freaking a lot of shit you do there. Excuse my English, but it's not no light work. Like just looking for Missing Socks. Like what is the Missing Sock tour?
So the Missing Sock tour was born 3 Thanksgivings ago or 4, and I said I'm gonna collect all my friends' missing socks. Like we all have kids, everybody has missing socks, and one of the most needed things to a homeless person are new socks,
Okay.
right? Because they wear those socks a long time. So I started collecting socks, and then I was like, you know what? We're gonna make it into a tour. Like, and my brain just kept moving and moving and moving, and from birth to execution, like it was 30 days, and the first tour was just like me, my friend, and her sister, and then like my best friend and her daughter came and met us in Philly. So the first tour, we passed out 1,000 bags.
Okay.
We split it 50 bags to people on the street, and then 50 bags go to a shelter.
Okay.
And we did that in 4 cities in Connecticut. We did New York, New Jersey, Philly, Baltimore,
Okay.
and DC.
Damn. The first tour?
First tour.
Wow. That's a lot.
In 30 days, we
Out
were able to
out
raise-
socks to everybody.
Yeah. So not just socks. The bags had socks, a cold weather item, so hat, gloves, scarf, masks, because we were still wearing masks at the time. Tissue to wipe their nose.
This is essential items.
It said exactly essential. And then so I had to, heal after surgery. So I had to skip that year. And then last year, 2023, was the second annual tour. There were 6 of us
Okay. So
that rode the whole way. And then we had like volunteers
in each city.
in New York and in Connecticut.
Okay.
And that one was Connecticut, New York, Philly, Baltimore, DC, Charlotte, and Atlanta.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how many bags you did that tour? You
That one was 1,002.
Okay.
That one was 1,002. And it's just like, so we start the tour the day after Christmas. So it's like just for people to know that people care about them, and we don't ever have to see each other ever again. Let me provide you with something that like essentially is going to cost me nothing, right?
Yep.
And it can help you. And we just have to be kinder to each other. And it's not like they're expecting it. And that's a beautiful part of it, is that they're not expecting us to just pull up, because we just pull up and we just ask them if they're hungry, if they need anything, and we give them a bag.
That's fucking dope.
Like, And
That's so dope. And she just did that just to do it. You
yeah.
just started collecting socks, and you just started doing tours, and then now you got all these cities, and now what you got planned for next year? Like,
So 2024, we'll be doing the East Coast tour again, the same cities as we did last year. And then 2025, we'll be doing Midwest. So we'll be doing Allentown, Pennsylvania, Ohio,
okay.
Detroit, and Chicago.
Oh, okay.
And then also doing a Arizona, Las Vegas, Los Angeles tour.
That's dope. She outside, baby.
What up? Yeah, 2025 is going to be 3 tours. And, you know, the hope is for it to just grow organically, and for the tours to happen all over the country with, you know, different people. And people always ask, like, what church do you belong to? Right? Like, and we're like, we're just us. We're just us. Like,
you know.
we're brothers, we're sisters. Like, you know, like I'm your cousin from like your auntie that you don't know. Like, you know, and I'm just here to make sure that you're good. I'm gonna give you a meal and some socks.
That's a lot of stuff to be doing, dealing with healing and all of that. Did that help you heal? I know you probably still healing, but did that help you get by a lot of it and keep the mental health that you got now? Because you're very strong and you very got a good head on your shoulder to keep locked in. Like, so to be completing all these tours and all of these things, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that there's like, for me, I personally believe that that's just like my mission is to like serve like not just my community but like many communities. And
Respect that. See?
yeah, so
That's dope. So congratulations.
thank you.
That's
Right back at you.
successful stuff going on in your life, healing, and beating cancer, brain cancer on top of that, fucking that shit up, kicking it
Yeah.
in the face. Thank you for joining us on the Art of Healing podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and don't forget she does real estate. If y'all need any
Yeah,
real
that
estate
too.
tools, she can help y'all with that too. We ain't get into that, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing your story and being so
Anytime.
out there. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you.
And don't be mad, y'all.